It's time to pop the top off with Pub Talk today. We're going to make our Super Bowl picks. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl ahead. We're also going to talk about the big trades of the Rams, talk about the situation down in Houston. We have some beer tasting for you guys once again, and we'll finish off with Hops of the Week. But before we get to all that, Pub Talk is brought to you by Route 11 Chips. The Super Bowl is almost here. February 7th is fast approaching, and Sunday. It's all about sitting on the couch, watching the big game, and eating. So you're going to need some chips, and Route 11 has got you covered. Since 1992, Route 11 has been chipping away to give its consumers a great and tasty product. So make sure you check out your local Martin's Food Line and Giant to pick up a bag today. Okay, lights, beer, action. So today is a sad day because the realization of the Super Bowl is always harder because you realize it is the last day than the following show, because the following show you're like, man, was that a good game? Or it could be a bad game.
Or you were like,
the past couple of years, I'll say last year was a great one. 2018 was a bad one because there were 16 points scored.
It was
Eagles-Patriots was a good one.
It was a strategic game.
Okay, but
it was
from
a game.
Fan perspective,
Oh, yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking about overwhelming
Definitely.
majority.
Right.
I loved it
A lot of
because
people thought it was a snoozer.
I'm a huge defensive guy, so when I saw how they were able to shut down a high-powered Rams offense, I was happy.
Well, I think it's going to be interesting this year because we
got
the firepower, the offensive firepower.
Speaking of your voice, welcome back, Viggs.
So
you're back on
our
for this
recurring
show.
regular guest.
You're back for this show, and I'm sure you'll be back for after the Super Bowl. But after that, you're going to have to start paying property taxes because you'll be here too often.
I know.
But anyway, this is the lead up to the last football game, and maybe it's just me, but it's hard to think that this is actually going to be it. Now I know for you guys, you still have high school football, coming in the spring, but for me, this was the one shining light this entire year that kept a lot of people going. I'm sure that they knew that the NFL was still going to happen. I'm sure there were people that were watching college football, but for me personally, just seeing week in and week out that the NFL was still able to keep going with everything that happened, I was just so excited to get off of work on a Friday and come home and be like, there's going to be football on Sunday, and it's going to be good football.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. When baseball started having trouble early on in the season, and then you realized, they were starting to get it sorted out, and they had a good idea of how things were supposed to be done, and to get all the way to the World Series and cap off a season, as short as it was, to be able to cap off a season with good baseball and a great World Series, to go into the football season and watch the NFL do it the right way, albeit they had to adjust schedules and there were some oddball things here and there.
Yeah, but it was only a couple of times.
And that's the thing.
By and large, they played all 16 games.
Yeah, there was no games missed, theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The bye weeks had to get moved, but
there was only a couple teams that were screwed by bye weeks, and the WFT Steelers game that got moved to a Wednesday afternoon, that whole debacle. But still, every single week you were going to see football, no matter what it seemed like. And this Super Bowl, I hope it is a banger, because it's going to end off a year where we're like, man, this was a rough year.
I think it's going to help CJ too that there's going to be fans in attendance.
People will have their own opinions about how, why are you having fans? And it's well, guess what? If it's supposed to end off the right way like that, then I'm glad it's happening, because they had fans
What in the hell is that?
What? You really couldn't mute that?
I don't know why it's making noise to begin with.
Have you ever heard of having your phone on vibrate?
Like,
Jesus Christ. I know it's not a phone, but I'm saying, like, whenever you're, that close to a mic, you would have it on vibrate.
I was just kind of shocked by that.
But speaking of the Super Bowl, Chiefs-Bucks. Now, it's already been said by Schefter, if you test positive, you're done.
At this point,
test.
yeah.
And there are
play.
two offensive linemen from the Chiefs, the center.
Yeah,
Two
Kilgore's
centers.
not the starter, though.
Yeah, but he's a potential backup because they had two other guys that may have been, but they've both tested negative at this
Wow.
point. So,
you're
but
a-
after
yeah.
this date, after today, if
Well,
you,
not today. It was
Yeah,
a couple
wow.
days ago.
I
but
thought
yeah.
it was today. There is no going back from today. I saw.
Well, I
it
mean, it's when-
I saw it with the NFL. What is it? The NFL crew.
At
NFL
least by
Today.
Wednesday. you
The
know.
NFL Today crew said that today is the jumping off point. If you test positive after today,
Yeah.
you're done for the game. So,
Which sucks,
But
but
currently,
that's-
those two
that's what
guys,
it's
those
been.
two guys have I think they've tested twice so far, and both times negative. So that's good. You don't want this to come down to some.
No, you don't want.
We'd have had all our players. We'd have had
I
a
hate
better
that.
chance,
I
you know.
hate that.
But it is what it is.
But that's always going to happen with Tom Brady in the game. It'll always be the question mark of like, oh, come on, this didn't happen. This and you're just like, you didn't hand the ball off. If Marshawn Lynch got the ball, it would have been a different story. Like, you're probably right, but guess what? It didn't happen. So you have to live with your mistake. Or you know what? If you just give the ball to Devontae Freeman a couple more times, Atlanta probably wins the game, but it didn't happen that way. Or if the Patriots had a defense against Philly, you might have won the game.
Sure.
But it didn't happen
It
that
didn't
way.
happen.
If Eli Manning didn't have a butt face twice, you would have won both games, but it didn't happen, okay?
Eli always looks like he smelled shit whenever you see him. Whenever things are hard, he just gets that look on his face like, I smell doo-doo kind of thing. That's
now,
my thing about him.
what are we expecting?
But he's
from
got two.
this?
He's got two rings. Who
He
cares?
does.
I know, and both those Super Bowls were really good.
Yeah.
People forget that,
That
like,
fucking catch.
huh?
that
Bo-
catch.
Both catches.
David Tyree.
Everyone talks about that Tyree catch, but everyone forgets about that Manningham catch on the sideline.
Yeah. To
That was like-
extend the drive. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Everyone forgets that, like, those two Super Bowls, they're two different
that was
polar
the-
opposites.
That was
though.
a nail in the coffin to seal the win. That catch on the sideline.
It
Because
was.
the first one, that was all that Giants defense. I can't imagine the amount of, like, just everything.
Was
that they did.
JPP on that team?
No, not the first one.
Not the
The
first.
second
Okay,
one.
so
Second
he's
one,
going
yeah.
for his second.
That was
Okay.
Strahan who was on the
Yeah,
first
that's
one.
what I thought. Strahan.
But that Patriots team was unreal. And then people go like, well, what about the second one? It's like, well, people forget that year that the Patriots, like, pass defense was like 32nd in the league. They were like the worst pass defense in the NFL. But when it came down to it, it was still a close game. But people forget that Patriots team was not as strong as people thought. Remember, the only reason they were there is because Billy Cundiff missed the freaking field goal from like 17 yards out with the Ravens. People forget that the Patriots may have not even have been there that year.
Yeah.
And then now you have this. You have the greatest quarterback on the planet as of right now, like the best quarterback. You have Mahomes against, the guy that like went in the 6th round. I don't know, some nobody. I don't fucking know.
How do you even write a story of this guy's career?
Like
it's nothing you'll have ever. Well, I guess he is the Wayne Gretzky. He is the Michael Jordan. He is the I don't know who you would consider the greatest champion of baseball, but like he is that of football. We are witnessing it still.
Yeah, that year, like I always say that when I was younger, that I used to hate Tom Brady. I will always say that when I was younger, until I saw that the year of the quarterback film on him, the Brady 6. When I saw that film, I was like, wow, that's rough. That really is rough to see a guy like that who never had anything handed to him. Nothing. He
Going all
always
the way
had to
back,
do.
going all the way back to high school, and
Yeah.
then to get it
Even at
to
Michigan.
get to end up at Michigan, and then to battle back and forth at Michigan to keep to keep a spot on the team. But he always seemed to come through.
Lloyd Carr was his head coach, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the great things I remember about that is when he met Robert Kraft for the first time, and it always gets me whenever I see that, is when he told him, he said, "Thank you, Mr. Kraft," and you just made the best decision you ever made as an owner of this franchise. And how prophetic is that? And then you got guys, and I don't mean to say anything bad about Dwayne Haskins. He's a hell of an athlete, but the league done messed up. You know, that's not quite the answer you needed to give. You know, you can't just be thankful for the situation that you're in. You had to go out on a limb and tell everybody else they didn't do what you thought they should do, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then look at the way his career has progressed at this point. Yeah, so I don't know. Does he have the talent? Yeah, he has the talent to be a good quarterback, but you got to have the right mindset first. It starts with with who you are and what you plan to do.
Yeah.
And I think Brady's always held that mentality that I'm just going to make the play. I'm going to will it. I'm going to work my ass off. I'm going to will it to happen. And you know, if it didn't happen to him, it would happen to somebody else. You know,
right?
But it fits for him. And people will argue about him and Rodgers and everybody else and Peyton Manning and all that stuff, but he's got 6 rings on his finger, and he's pretty much the GOAT. That's just the way it is right now. So that's how I look at it. But let's go back. Let's get into this game a little bit more. The biggest thing for me? I'll tell you this. Moving forward, this is what this game comes down to. Defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo. He is the guy. He defended Brady before. He knows how to defend this guy.
When?
He was defensive coordinator of the Giants.
Oh, back in 07?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just okay.
Yeah, and now he's
You were
back.
a little pup then there.
So
CJ.
he knows
That was
Brady.
when I hated Brady. So yeah,
You know,
right.
he knows that. And then and here it is this past season, you know, what was it? November 12th they played. And Spagnuolo's freaking defense just caused issues with the pass pro up front. They confuse Ronald Jones' blocking assignments, and that's what they do. They add an extra guy to the rush. Can they bring a fifth and cause some sort of confusion up front? It's not whether you can confuse Brady, because I don't think you can do that per se. Can you mix him up? Yes.
Can you get the protection shifted one way or another by the center?
Just
by the
can
call?
you get it set?
One way or another.
Can you get it set, and can you keep him upright long enough? Because I think by and large Brady will make the right decision, and he's got a receiving core that can get open. But we've seen over and over again that when you pressure him and you're effective at pressuring him, you have a better than average chance of winning.
Especially if it's like in the A or B gaps.
I get
when
that,
it comes
though.
off the edge, he's stepping up. He's making the hot route read.
I get that though, but the thing is that we've seen it already that if you get the best of Brady once, it's hard to do it again. And you're telling me that their preparation, and when that game was in the season, that was the game where they were like, guys, we can literally be something special. And we lost to this team by 3 points.
But
and it was
that
all
game wasn't closer. It wasn't as close as the score says.
I know, but it still came down to 3 points, regardless of what you say about, like, how, you say it wasn't as close as what it should have been. Well, guess what? The Chiefs should have put the nail in the coffin to begin with, and they never did. And also, you have both sides of the ball that are playing different football than what they were before. Literally, you have a defense that literally said, I don't give a fuck who you are if you're the MVP. We're getting to you. And it's the same thing with Mahomes now. You're telling me that defense doesn't love a challenge right now? You're telling me that this Tampa defense...
Todd Bowles has him playing well.
You're telling me that, sure, back in the beginning, Tyreek Hill had 200 yards receiving in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a different story, obviously. You watch film, you learn.
I think it comes down to two, and I said this, it comes down to Steve Spagnuolo to me for Kansas City. It's what can he dial up in terms of pressure to make Brady's job difficult, and what can freaking Bowles do to freaking Mahomes. Because they are missing their starting tackle, and right now...
You saw what they did to Green Bay when they were missing a tackle.
Tampa's front four are playing exceptionally well. Their front seven are playing very, very well. Now I'm adding in an extra guy, but their front six typically are playing exceptionally well right now. So I think it comes down to defense. This is the classic line that defense wins championships.
Yeah.
Because both offenses can freaking sting you in a second.
I don't want to say that the Chiefs, though, are playing like a more experienced team, because think about it this way. The Chiefs, like, defense has played two teams. They've played a Buffalo team and they've played a Cleveland team, who are both inexperienced on the offensive side of the ball.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Across the board.
Everywhere.
Across the board.
And
coaching, in special teams,
Yes.
offense and defense.
Everywhere.
So let's say that.
And you're talking about a
Okay.
Tampa team, but you're talking about a Tampa team that they already played your ass. They know what's coming. Defensively, they know what's coming. And then offensively, for Brady and them, they know that you're going to love to send pressure. And they know that, look, you got us once. And I'm telling you, that's not – you saw what happened earlier with Green Bay and Tampa. They got their ass the first time, like Tampa did. And then, sure, Green Bay got better. They got a lot better. But they still couldn't figure out the one fucking problem with them is that they got to block somebody and they got to get to them.
Yeah.
They got to stop them.
And I think Bowles' defense has just transformed itself over. If there's a better linebacker right now than Devin White,
Nope.
I don't know who is right now.
No.
He is probably playing as good a linebacker as there is. He's as good as a young Ray Lewis. I mean, he is that good. He can run sideline to sideline. He can pressure, and he's a phenomenal tackler.
Nobody talks about him because they all respect Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, and Bobby Wagner, you can't take anything
Yeah, you
away from him.
can't.
He's a grizzled vet. He's really good.
But sideline to sideline, dude, Devin White
Is always
had
there.
140 tackles and 9 sacks this year,
Yeah.
and he missed 2 games with the
I
Coco.
forget how many number of TFLs he had, but that's
Probably a lot.
crazy number.
Probably a lot.
So
That's why he was drafted number 3 overall.
yeah, this game comes down to defense, and defense wins championships. So the other factor in all of this too is for the Chiefs, it's the magic 3 guys. It's Mahomes, obviously, he's the freaking director of this great offense, and it's Kelsey and Tyreek Hill. Those guys are just devastating to freaking defenses. If you play zone, they find the bubble. You play man, they beat you man. So the Bucs are going to have to play freaking phenomenal because those 3 guys right there will wreck your night. And even if you do cover Tyreek Hill and Kelsey and keep him off balance, Mahomes still has a way of doing things with the football that most people just shake their head at. He finds a way to make plays.
I get that though, Coach, but I just keep seeing the silver lining of the 2 teams that he's played, where Cleveland and Buffalo are teams that do not send pressure. They do not have a good defensive line. Other than Myles Garrett for Cleveland is probably the one shining light for them. Buffalo got no pressure, and they did not do anything different from when they did earlier in the season.
Right. And you have to have the means to do that. But I'm just telling you that those 3 guys right there can wreck your night.
Yeah.
And then for the Bucs, well, Gronkowski, I won't even factor in Gronkowski because he's made a few plays here and there. He's been mostly blocking. He's been doing a lot of freaking coverage and blocking. So you would like to think that you'd unleash Gronk and find a way to get him the football because he's a matchup nightmare like Kelsey is. And the crazy thing is Kelsey and freaking Gronk are the same age, but Gronk has probably like 50,000 more miles on him because of the injuries and the way he's played in the last 9 seasons before this year. But the other thing is Mike Evans and if AB will be healthy enough to make an impact on the game.
See, I think just AB is just I don't see him as a factor. He hasn't been a factor for that team the whole year.
He's been splashing here and there, but he's still somebody that you have to consider because if you don't consider, he will make your life miserable.
Well,
he just will. He
I
will.
mean, this opens up for your boy.
What? Yeah.
To make some plays.
Disrespect. Just keep it up with the disrespect on Scotty Miller. Just keep it up.
It's not that, but I'm just saying it's going to open things up. I mean, it's just like how we found out, Julian Edelman was he was good, but he had a great game.
Yeah,
and it like James White or like all these like no name guys coming out to play. Don't forget, you guys have guys in the backfield that can catch the rock too.
Yeah.
They can spread the wealth.
You look back at that Kansas City game and, like, AB had just came back to the team. They're trying to feed him the ball a lot. They're trying to do things to Antonio
they want to
Brown.
make
I'm
plays
like,
with him.
What are you doing? And now they're like, fuck it. If you're not open, I'm not throwing it to you, man.
Exactly.
Like, we're trying to win the game right now.
Right,
and, like,
right.
I think Bruce Arians is gonna have a good game plan. I mean, he's won a Super Bowl with Pittsburgh when he was the OC. Byron Leftwich.
He caught it, by the way. Fucking idiot.
He won.
He still thinks Holmes didn't catch it.
Oh.
He didn't. He's 1 foot down. The other foot was behind it. It wasn't in. It was no good. I got a picture.
Yeah,
of
and
it. I'll
Tom
show
Brady
you.
got bailed out by a tuck rule.
Well,
So what's up?
That was a rule.
Speaking of that catch, it's in the same stadium where
Something might
Oh,
happen.
something might happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's cool. That's
Still,
cool.
you can say what you want.
Yeah.
I'll talk great about Tom Brady any day. That was still the best throw I've ever seen in my life.
That
That
was-
throw by Big Ben was the best
You
throw.
couldn't.
I mean,
nobody could catch it.
no
except
one.
No one's catching
Yeah.
it for him.
That's what I'm saying. That's the best throw I've ever seen in my life. It's in triple coverage, and he puts it in the perfect position.
Yeah. But I mean, I think they're gonna have a game plan. Brady's locked up, no family in his house. He said it's the longest that he's been without family in the house. He's just got more time to prepare and watch film. He's going to know what's gonna happen. When I saw that report that he's got no one in his
He probably kicked everybody out.
beachfront mansion, private beach, jet ski. Nope, he's fucking locked in that film room.
Coach, look
watching
at
that
your
film.
phone real quick.
What?
You got a couple texts.
I did.
Yeah, you're right. I hope he gets. Like, don't get me wrong. I think Pat Mahomes is great, but to do this,
I've never rooted for Tom Brady. Like I said, I've never rooted for Tom
Yeah.
Brady. But this is probably the one game where I will be pulling for Tom Brady.
that's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yes.
That is crazy. For me, yeah, I've the only time, like, in recent years that I haven't cheered for him was against the Eagles. But that's it. That's all. That's the only time that I haven't cheered for him.
Well, I just kind of want him to shut up all the haters.
Oh, I think he's shut up a lot of haters, but yeah.
But I
this
want
one is
to.
like,
I want to cement it.
Come on, this is it.
I want to
This
say
is
that
it.
like he doesn't need Belichick. Belichick needed him, and I want to cement that argument when he wins a ring.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Because look, he's literally changed an entire city, an entire franchise in what?
At 43,
10 months?
yes, he has set every franchise record for passing.
He's
for
literally
Tampa Bay.
changed a franchise
Yes, he is.
in 10 months.
He has turned a 4-12 team 2 years ago to a Super Bowl contender in 2 fucking years. It took them 2 years from when they drafted. From when they got Devin White last year. That turned their defense into a number one run defense, by the way. People forget that. Like, who's this Devin White guy? Well, guess what? They were the number one run defense last year. They also had Shaq Barrett, who led the league in sacks last year. They had playmakers, but it comes back to your quarterback. And unfortunately, 30 for 30 is not going to get it done. 30 interceptions. Let me tell you a story about 30 interceptions. Yep. Get your W's while you can. Get your W's while you
Do
can.
I smell crab legs?
But yeah, he is. This is. I don't. Even if he loses, you can't deny of what he has done for Tampa, and he's got another year. He's got another year on.
At
his
least
resume.
one more.
Yes.
You know the scary thing? Devin White
What's that?
is 22 years old.
Yeah, he came out after his junior season.
Yeah.
He was
I got
suspended.
shoes.
He'll be 23 here in
Dude, I
a
got
couple
shoes
weeks.
older than his ass.
He was suspended.
1998.
He was
Good.
suspended for, I want to say, a couple of games his junior season because I forget what it was, but he was
Wasn't crab
suspended.
legs, was it?
No.
All right.
But
Well, that's good.
even when he was suspended, he was still taken third overall.
Yeah.
Because that's how good of a fucking
Because,
player
yeah,
he
well, I mean,
was.
all you have to do is watch him on film and you go, yeah, this dude can play. So let's freaking find a way to get him going. And a remarkable thing about him, too, is playing the position that he's been healthy.
Yeah.
Okay, he had his COVID. He had his COVID,
Well,
his
yeah.
2 weeks with
Well.
COVID and all that stuff. But that's not an injury thing, you know what I mean? He tested positive and he had to sit. But by and large, you're playing a position that is freaking so demanding.
High contact.
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
you look at freaking what's his name from the Cowboys, Lee. Now he's had a long celebrated career, but how many times has his career been interrupted by injury
His
because
neck.
of the demands of the position, and it chews people up.
Yeah.
But a huge bright spot. So I mean, we didn't even mention this guy either, but Chris Godwin. How important is Godwin? Because when you put three guys like that on the field at one time, between Evans, AB or Scotty Miller, don't hold out, and Chris Godwin, and you have a tight end look in there. Yeah, I mean,
And Cameron Brate.
Cameron Brate's been
well.
Cameron Brate has been sneaking in
He's
there
been
and
putting
making
on a show for what he has.
I mean, he's been making some plays.
Just imagine.
He's had the
if, like,
luxury though. He's had the great luxury of playing with a tight end
Yes.
who understands the game and can take the pressure off of Gronk. Now Gronk doesn't have to be this over the top guy, got to make plays, and everybody's going to beat the shit out of my knees and back.
Like, no
Think
offense,
about
he was their main target in New England. Think about it. They didn't have any spectacular wide receivers.
yeah, not after Hernandez.
Imagine if O.J. Howard didn't tear his Achilles. Man.
Yeah.
Just imagine that. Remember, he
Yeah,
tore his
yeah.
Achilles.
Cameron Brate's sitting on the freaking pines watching all this shit.
No, they run 3 tight end formations.
Hey,
Don't
I'll tell
worry
you
about
what.
that.
There is nothing better in football than a 3 tight end set. That if you're an offensive coordinator and you're an offensive minded guy, a 3 tight end set just oozes freaking versatility. And guys that can run like those two guys, especially now. Brate he's got decent speed, but he's not in the same class as Gronk and Kelsey and O.J. Howard. He's not in that class. But he's been doing a pretty nice job. He's made some good catches and big impact.
Okay.
So that's my 2 things. Those are the 2 things I think are significant.
Let's make our picks. All right. This is it. This is half the prediction that I was right. Just remember all that for the listeners out there. I said Bucks Bills, but it's now Bucks Chiefs, so it's okay.
All right, here
Got
we
half
go.
of
Let
it right.
me draw this up. I'm going to put Bucks. Oh, it's actually Chiefs versus Bucks, but the Chiefs are the home team in playing at the Bucks. They are the home team. They're the number 1 seed. They're the home team.
No, the NFC is the home team.
The NFC is the home team.
Yeah.
Oh.
It doesn't go.
It goes by who hosts
Yes.
the Super Bowl.
I was thinking that they
Or
were
it switches
visitors.
year by year.
They were
Yeah,
visitors
something
in
like
their They were visitors in their home
Nope.
stadium.
Nope, they're
Yeah,
the home
no,
team.
no.
They got first pick at the uniforms, and they chose the white.
Yeah, they
Uh-oh.
chose one.
Is that good?
Because they've
only
been on the
3
road.
Only 3 teams in the past
The Lurs.
11 years have won with colored jerseys.
The Lurs.
Now-
the Lurs have won.
Now
Luray?
the Chiefs.
Jeffrey
now
Lurie.
the Chiefs.
No, the
Chiefs are-
Lurs. Steelers.
Oh, the Lurs.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? The
No, the
Lurs.
Steelers wore white.
Your ass.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and see,
So
San
the Chiefs are
Antonio-
one team.
Look, there's
the Eagles,
home
and then
feet
there's
right
the
there.
Packers.
Oh,
That's
shit,
your
what happened?
that's your mugshot.
Yeah, I know shit.
So the Chiefs, the Eagles, and the Packers are the last 3 teams to wear their colored uniforms and win.
See, his foot is not in.
Oh, shut up.
Look.
Oh, are you showing the other side of that? Because you're looking at that, but if you look at the side view,
Look.
his back foot
I
is
see.
in. His foot is in.
He ain't in.
His foot
By
is in.
The
in
other
this-
one's photoshopped. I don't want to hear that shit.
This guy is such a sack of shit sometimes. My God.
One of the Bears been relevant.
No, because
'Cause there it
remember
is.
they drafted he can never say anything about Santonio being in when they drafted fucking Mitchell Trubisky.
There's no-
He just can't.
Number
and
two.
number 2 overall.
You had your choice of players.
What was it? Leonard Fournette did an interview with Pardon My Take, and he was like, Big Cat was saying like, what'd you think about Trubisky going second overall? And he was saying like, who the fuck is this guy? Damn, he must be that good. But he only played 1 year. Is this guy really that good? He was not. He was not that good. So there's that. So Bears fans are, you just can't say anything, Coach.
All right, so does this game come down to, I just want to throw this in there. Does this game come down to a field goal? Does it come down to something like that?
I wouldn't
or
be
does
surprised.
it come down to a Holmes catch? Does it come down to something spectacular like that?
Tom Brady backs against the wall, one timeout, minute 09, got 67 yards to go.
Does it come down to something
like that?
Does it come down to something special?
I hope it does. It's going to make it great.
Yeah, that just adds to the story. I just don't want you to. I just don't want to watch the game and see the Bucs jump out to a 14-0 lead, only to lose 17-14 because you got the Chiefs down by 2 touchdowns doesn't mean that they can't win. And if people walk away from this game because of being down early, that is just
stupid.
That is
stupid.
That's kind of stupid. But I'm just wondering in the back of my mind, does this game become the hallmark of the Super Bowl? Does it become that 28-3 freaking down 28-3 legendary game?
I don't think I'll ever see
no?
that. I don't think I'll ever see that again.
I didn't either until the end when I woke up because my wife freaking said the Patriots are coming back. I was so freaking pissed off. I couldn't freaking watch it anymore. I just got up. I'm going to bed. And then she goes, you need to get up because the Patriots are coming back. And I got up and I watched the last 2 touchdowns and I was freaking screaming in bed. And I couldn't go to sleep after that. But does this game come down to something like that? I can only hope so. And I don't care. I think it would be awesome for Mahomes to take the next step up because the Chiefs are that fucking good. But there's also a special story that, like CJ keeps saying, Tom Brady has put a team on its shoulders and taken them where they probably wouldn't have been had they kept 30 for 30.
Yeah, and the only other time they've gotten this far was when they had a legendary defense on them. That was the only other time.
Derek Brooks,
Warren Sapp, Dexter Jackson.
They also had a guy with blonde hair as their catch.
What's that?
Chucky.
Yeah, John Gruden. They also had Mike Tomlin as their defensive backs coach. Don't forget that.
And they were running Spider 2 wide banana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They had Brad Johnson as their quarterback and won a Super Bowl. Okay, just remember that, people.
Yeah.
That's where this. You think that Tom Brady has not taken this team far? That was in 2002 when that happened.
Right.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Bucs and Chiefs. CJ.
Pick me last. I can't think of
me
it right now.
You can't think.
I can't think.
This is the segment, douche. This is you.
This is
Pick me last.
My head is saying
Why do we have
Chiefs.
To pick a score for this one?
Yeah, well, it is.
But my heart is saying TB12.
All right, well, let's hear it. Come on.
I can't see the Bucs losing at their home stadium in the biggest game of their lives, so I'm going with TB12.
Okay.
Now you're asking me a score. This is the hard part.
Give me something.
I'm going to go 31-28. Ryan Suckup kicking a last-second field goal. Tom Brady driving down the field, setting it up.
Wow. What was the score of the last game?
What? It was 27-24 was the
27-24
was the Chiefs Bucs game
by 3 points.
Year. Yeah.
And I'm going 27-24 Bucs only. They're going to miss a field goal. Suckup's going to miss a field goal and Brady's going to lead them back and they're going to win it on a game-winning drive 27-24. So that's what I'm saying. 27-24. It would not break my heart, and it absolutely would not shock me if this score ended up the same way it did November 12th. It just won't. Or it was November 12th.
I don't remember.
I think it was November 12th. The first time they played, it would not surprise me. Mahomes, the cat can fucking play. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah.
And nobody can cover Tyreek Hill. So it wouldn't surprise me if the score was flip-flop. But I think Bruce Arians needs this. Bruce Arians needs this. And Bucs defense prevails. That's just me. And why an NFL team has not selected freaking Eric Bieniemy is the crime of the century. It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
They can't.
November 29th.
November 29th. All right.
Yeah, it ended 27-24. It was a 17-0 first quarter.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill had like 200 yards in the first
He had
half.
259 in the first half, I think it was.
Yeah.
Crazy
But after
number.
that, they were able to shut him down.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Huh?
that. I'm just.
Yeah, I get it. I don't think you're going to race out to 17-0
That was their last
this year.
loss.
You're not going
That was
to.
Yeah.
the Buccaneers' last
Yeah.
loss was to Kansas City.
You're not going to get out to 17-0 on these jokers and be expected to come back on this. It's not going to happen. It will be a rout. If the freaking Chiefs stake an early lead, it'll be a rout. It has to stay close. That's just my 2 cents. It has to stay close, or they have to trade punches. And I think both teams are capable.
All right,
All right, CJ.
I'm going 35-27 Bucks.
We got a clean sweep.
35-27.
I have to go with the Bucks because I chose them to win.
Well, my thing is, I can't bet against Tom Brady. Every time I bet against Tom Brady, that fucker screws me over. So
never cover
I
the
can't
spread
d-
with that man.
I just can't go against the GOAT. He finds ways to win, finds ways to motivate a defense, finds ways to motivate players.
Well, I guess the final piece for me is this game is not too big for him. It's just not.
Well, hell, when he played 2 damn seasons in the playoffs.
Well, yeah. I mean, what is
10 Super
This
Bowls?
is his 43rd playoff game in 10 Super Bowls. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ain't nothing this cat ain't never seen.
Right. This game will not be bigger than him. He'll be perfectly within that.
Okay, the picks are in. We hope we win the lottery, right? So we get the clean slate here, the clean sweep for the last game of the year. Now, we said this last week. We're going to talk about some quarterbacks, but not in the way that. Actually, no. I'll save that for the next segment. I want to talk about, first of all, the Stafford trade. I want to talk about that. Holy shit! I said throw everything in the kitchen sink for Watson. But the Rams threw everything in the fucking trailer park for Matthew Stafford. What do you think here? This is ridiculous.
They haven't had a damn first-round pick since freaking Goff.
They
haven't had a first-round
pick. Yeah,
They haven't had, I mean...
they did that all for Goff just to now do it again.
I mean,
Stafford.
is Jalen Ramsey 2 first-round picks? No. Well, maybe it was just 1, but still. But, like, 2... The reason why they had to trade 2 first-round picks...
and Goff.
Because they had to make the money work somehow, some way. Because that's what Goff's contract was. That's the dumb part on the Rams. Signing him to that outrageous after the Super Bowl, they wanted to lock him up because he's the next best thing since sliced bread. So,
Are the Rams upgrading by getting Stafford?
he's 30. He'll be 32.
And he's
I don't
played,
know.
12 seasons in the NFL now, right? Is that an upgrade?
Well, Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders are looking at the TV like, I'm coming out of retirement. Let's go to L.A. because they're like, this guy can get out of Detroit. He's a savior.
I mean, they committed highway robbery.
Just like Joe Flacco.
Yeah, I know. Now, granted, the first round pick isn't this year; it's to future. If you know.
So next year they get a 3rd round pick.
No, they get
No, in
is that what
2021
it
they
is?
get a 3rd round pick.
So it's
In 22
no draft picks this year.
It's Jared Goff and a 3rd round pick this year. And then in 22 they get a 1st, and in 23 they get a 1st.
How do you not like do this and just cross your fingers saying like, yeah, you'll get a first?
Guess what the Rams get?
I know it's a contract.
Stafford.
They just get Stafford.
They gave away 2 first-round picks for him.
It's like
Essentially.
two impact players.
And they literally
Theoretically,
they paid Goff all that money too. They paid him over $100 million.
he'll be going in what to his
2016
He's
was
going
his
into
first year.
his third year, so.
No, 2016 was his first year because he was drafted right before Carson Wentz.
Yeah, but his new contract is.
Oh, yeah.
This will be his third year, so they would have had to at least another year if they didn't trade him. I think it's more about dumping his contract. You want me to be honest?
But now they're just picking up Matthew Stafford's contract,
Which is more.
Yeah, I don't understand here.
Personally,
I don't like it because
You don't like it for who? Because if I'm the Lions,
no, I don't like it for the Rams.
I was gonna say if I'm the Lions,
Oh
I was
my
just like,
God,
ka-ching, shit, yeah. We'll take this freaking
kid.
We'll take this kid too first. Are you fucking kidding me?
Now Jared Goff's going from the guy who says 20,000 words in one sentence for a play, Sean McVay, to I'm gonna bite your kneecaps off and eat and feed them to you, Dan Campbell. But I have always been under the impression that Stafford has not been a good quarterback. Now, sure, he's gotten money. He has. But he hasn't fucking won anything, man.
Yeah.
You look at the talent
He's
around
been in
him.
three-
Tom Brady's
he's played in three
playoff games.
Brady's played in 41.
Tom Brady hasn't had that much talent around him in some of his Super Bowl wins. He's
played in
hasn't.
We're about to find out, CJ.
Okay,
That's the thing.
But you get my point, though. That
I know.
he beat the greatest show
I don't
on
understand.
turf.
I don't understand how you're giving up two.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the price now that the tech market is just now insane?
Well, we'll go right into that. What the fuck is up with you? Houston's like that stuck-up ex-girlfriend of yours who's just like, I'm never letting you go. Because that's literally what is happening right now down there. They have a new head coach. I'm going to let you. So for the listeners out, the Houston Texans have hired their new head coach. They have hired the Ravens passing game coordinator. For those of you who don't know, the Ravens were 32nd in pass offense this past year. Hope you understand that. So they were last in passing offense because, well, they have Lamar Jackson at quarterback. Now, maybe that might change if Watson plays, but right now Deshaun Watson has changed everything from his profile, wanting to be gone. As soon as they hired him, I think it was like right before they hired him, he was like, I want a trade now.
Sign of all the things that are left in the wake of Bill O'Brien.
I say like 80% of it is, and I think the other 20% is that he doesn't believe in the team. He just doesn't believe in the team because he saw what happened this past season. If DeAndre Hopkins was really that important to his team to be dropped and thrown to the wasteland for them to win 5 fucking games, I think he's like, I need to get out of here now.
I mean, I know you're gonna hate me for this, but no offense, what has Deshaun Watson done?
Oh, I'm not saying
What
that.
What has he done that he has this kind of fucking leverage to be saying I want X, Y, and Z? What has he done? Okay, yeah, he's a good quarterback. He's won some games. He's made some throws, but again, what has he done?
When I say, but my counter argument to you is that it comes back to the whole like Tom Brady thing, like he's had less talent. Well, he has had some talent to at least stop the fucking ball because like Deshaun Watson has not had. Like I said, they were up 24-0 against the Chiefs and lost because his defense couldn't hold Pat Mahomes' jockstrap. But yeah, I get it. But when you earn that much money and you saw that they won 5 games because of Watson, I go, you have got to help this man out. Because like I said, imagine, right. and not only that, like you're saying, what has he done? Imagine waking up one day, I think I said this last week, and it's like, oh yeah, we shipped away DeAndre Hopkins for a 4th-round pick. Imagine waking up to hearing that and going, so I'm just supposed to, it's a business, right? I'm just supposed to expect it's a business, right? Because, like, that's what now this happens. Like, your whole organization has just basically been a shit show this past year. Yeah. I know Deshaun Watson hasn't done much, but that organization, I think he realizes that organization is just a shit show, and he doesn't want to be there anymore. I think he realizes that was the wrong team that drafted him.
I mean, they won the division. They won some games. I think the issue was letting the coach be the personnel decision maker.
And I think that's what set him off and was like, look, this is what you get, and now my ass is gone too because I don't want to be here.
So is David Culley the wrong guy?
I don't even know if he is the right guy or the wrong guy.
I can't tell you on that. I just think
the biggest thing for me, and I'm no culturalist by any sense, is he's a black guy, and to me that is hugely important, especially when you're trying to coax a guy that's supposed to play for you and play the way Deshaun Watson is supposed to play. That to me is huge. You have to have a coach of color to relate to that kid who you need to I don't know, you need to foster his growth and help him understand the game.
By the way, real quick, another reason to like Tampa Bay, Bruce Arians does it right with his coaching hiring. Every single one of his coordinators is an African American or black coach.
Yeah, and he's got women and everything in the organization. Yeah, I mean, okay.
Another reason.
I just think the NFL misses a lot sometimes in the rush to find coaches. And to this day, I cannot understand why Eric Bieniemy is not a head coach in the NFL. And that's why I raved about it the last episode with the fucking Chicago Bears, where they bring back Matt Nagy. And here's your opportunity to take the organization to the next level with a guy like Eric Bieniemy, and to throw the freaking throw it all to the freaking throw all your cares to the wind and freaking do what the Rams did. You're talking about the Rams. The Rams are going to – why can't the Bears do those kinds of things and give up draft choices to get a kid like Deshaun Watson?
You know what's crazy is that, Matt Nagy, he came from the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
He was their offensive coordinator. Guess who succeeded him as the offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Eric Bieniemy.
And
coincidence? I think not.
But look at what their offense has become under Bieniemy.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
You hired the wrong fucking guy, I see.
Yeah, exceptionally good. Now, the great thing about Eric Bieniemy is he was a phenomenal player as well.
Yeah.
So, and I remember, I forget who it was, Berman from freaking ESPN. He called him Eric Sleeping with Bieniemy because there was a movie called Sleeping with the Enemy. And he used to change their names.
That's lame.
Eric Sleeping with Bieniemy.
But this whole Houston situation, I go, this is the most recent franchise, if I'm not correct, right? Houston is the most recent franchise.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what they're trying to do right now in this age of...
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, technically, they're the most recent NFL franchise. And what they're trying to do now, they've already gotten past, their rebuilding stage or their new era stage.
Oh, you can't factor that in.
But this is just new level. What they said is we'll go the Philly route. Let's let the head coach be the general manager. Look how that fucking turned out. Chip Kelly is not Bill Belichick. Bill O'Brien is not Bill Belichick. Stop it with this crap that you're trying to say he could be the next Belichick.
Let the coaches coach. Let the GM's personnel matter, but at least let the coach say, okay, have a say in the personnel matter, but the GM has the final say. He gets
the final decision.
I think that, with Belichick, with the Patriots, that's the worst example of a head coach being the GM.
But they tried to go to that level,
right? Because O'Brien came from freaking Belichick's tree.
He was with them for 2 seasons as their OC,
right?
And Tom Brady fucking hated him.
I know, and he probably said, "Look, if you're going to be a head coach, you're going to want to be the GM because it starts with Belichick, who went with Parcells, and Parcells fell out. Parcells taught him that same thing. I can remember back when Parcells was the head coach, and when he was going to the Patriots, he said, "Look, if you want me to be the cook, then you got to let me shop for the groceries." That was his tagline. That was what he wanted, and that's what he got. And Belichick fell out of the same tree. And those guys have been nothing but phenomenal successes in the NFL. It's just Bill O'Brien isn't in the same mold as those two guys. So
his butt chin just aggravates me. His indentation in his chin it pisses me off.
Lots of NFL coaches have big fat chins. It seems.
It's just the butt chin.
Yeah.
Just,
it's like somebody freaking took a divot out of it.
like a
pitching,
big old
a
swinging.
pitching wedge freaking right there and took a divot.
All right, I think we've had enough fun and yelling for that one.
Yeah, I think the Texans will struggle this year. With or without Deshaun Watson.
Are we going to see another Jacksonville season for them?
Could be.
Like a 1-15.
Especially if Juju Watt's not there.
Yeah, you don't want to be there either. Another reason. There you go.
Yeah. So there must be something more to it than that.
Now, we said this last week that we wanted to put a little funny montage here. I hate Joe Flacco with everything in my being. But one of the things that I do hate about him is how loud and obnoxious he is on the field. We have six quarterbacks here on our tabs here on YouTube.
Yeah.
To show their cadences.
Yeah.
If you don't really know what these quarterbacks do on the field, they are loud with their cadences. And these are, I'd say 2 of them aren't as loud, but the rest of them are fucking loud.
Some of them are annoying, but some of them are just hilarious.
Tom Brady's is the funniest.
Well, the other thing that kicks me is none of these guys wear mouth guards except for Patrick Mahomes wears Invisalign. And then you got Aaron Rodgers wearing.
Ben wears one. He does.
Is Ben on there? Oh yeah, Ben
Ben
does,
wears
but he
one.
wears Invisalign too.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Cam
much.
Newton chews gum.
He chews gum. And then you've got Aaron Rodgers just chin strap like from the 1960 1967.
I wore that when I played in youth bowl.
Yeah, it's like
Same one.
And he just.
Do you think he's got a new chin strap every week?
How their
I don't know.
It
It's
looks
just
like perfectly clean, and it doesn't. It can't fit.
How their
right.
equipment guy doesn't tell him, Aaron, could you please fucking change your chin strap?
It's just like,
for
Bud,
once?
what are you doing?
Yeah, and Cam Newton's doesn't even fit. It's like it's not even tight.
He's
It's
literally
just-
copying Brett Favre, basically.
Favre,
He's
yeah.
literally copying him, like whenever he would rip off his chin strap by one buckle and
Yeah,
tie it up.
Cam Newton's helmet doesn't fit. You know.
That's because he got so much damn hair underneath there too.
It's true.
He does have a lot of hair. That's not like Derrick Henry. I can't.
That meme cracks
that was
me up.
the meme next to
Yeah.
what was his name? Bernie.
All right. So we're gonna play a couple cadences.
Cadences. So we've been talking about cadences on the show. We busted on freaking Flacco and Cam Newton. Cam Newton probably has the most rhythmic. Ready.
It's just so drawn out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's
Let's take a look.
listen.
Let's take a listen to Cam Newton. Make sure we get that bar back. Ready.
Hey, yeah.
First down. Newton's going to talk about that as we go. 2nd and 17.
Does he say hike?
Hey.
I don't think so. I think he says.
Hey. He's chewing that blue gum. What flavor that was? That was blue gum. I don't know.
What was it? Oh my god! I remember there was.
Did he have 2 Reddies in there and then a set hut?
Ready. Who was the coach who said this is juicy fruit? Get this shit out of my face. Who was the coach that
I don't
said that one?
remember.
I remember I was like,
I don't know.
A coach was like, I hate juicy fruit. Oh no, he's like, this is. I think it's Sean Payton. Yeah, he was like, I always like to have 2 things of juicy fruit, and someone gave me spearmint. He's like, this is spearmint. Get this shit out of my face. I want the juicy fruit. And I remember that was funny. But yeah, Cam Newton chews gum. He's really loud still with the piece of gum in his mouth somehow.
I don't know how you play football and chew gum,
All right,
but
so
whatever.
next one is, as I said, my mortal enemy in Joe Flacco.
The
All right,
biggest highway robbery
So back
ever.
back it up to the beginning there, CJ, so you can hear. Because I think the first one is the loudest.
Okay.
So this is Flacco, and Flacco is like a half-assed Cam Newton. At least Cam's is ready. It's long and drawn out and stuff, but Flacco just sounds like we saw some of the tags on there, and somebody said he sounds like he's changing into a werewolf. So let's hear fucking Flacco.
It's a certain formation that the Ravens run.
The Buffalo Bills
rooting for the 10 for Baltimore. Allen remains in the backfield. It's been a 1-2 punch of Collins and Allen.
Came over there today. They need to get up and play good
Look
football.
at that
They
dome.
bring in Javaris Allen.
So
Always sounds like your stomach after eating Chinese food.
So his is that's a really simplistic one. He's ready, set hut.
Yeah, it's
Nothing over the top there.
I know, it's just really loud though, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it
you
is
don't
kind of
have-
it is loud, and that is a stadium full of people. Now it's mic'd up on the sideline,
And
obviously.
you're in the home stadium. No one's fucking being loud whenever you're on offense.
right.
So why do you need to be that loud? Here's Big Ben.
All right,
This is
so
more.
Big Ben has a guttural sound to him.
it's a little louder. Well, it's a little
It's
high,
deeper.
deeper.
To me,
Yeah.
it's deeper.
Seasons now. 2 in the regular season meeting in Baltimore. Old school Steeler numbers you see around this area. All the way to the game at
Blue 80, Blue Saha.
Or lack thereof isn't all his fault in the last few games.
So they went blue 80, and then they went blue 30.
What do you think that means, though?
It's probably like
Well, 80,
no cadence.
80,
Just
80
no
is
snap.
Maybe 80 is a passing game, and 30s a run game.
Or it's something where it's like we're gonna go
And we're gonna go
freeze.
left.
We're gonna freeze the defense, and then we're gonna
Yeah,
run
we're going to
it.
go blue. It's going to be left, and we're probably going to do an 80 or a 30. Something 80 run pass concept. But
Oh, this comment on the Aaron Rodgers page says, "As a Bears fan, I hate this sound so much."
yeah, it kind of burns my ears.
His calls make me want to jump off the line. I don't even play football anymore for Aaron Rodgers. How does he not trigger an offsides every call?
1:30. It
does.
says a minute 38. The sound he made. WTF?
Let's go
see.
to 138. So this is Aaron Rodgers here. Aaron Rodgers cadences, real quick.
Third and 10. Marked out by Rodgers.
So he was blue what?
Blue something here.
Blue 18? Did he switch up from green 18?
He did.
Because that's all he says. He doesn't
Yeah.
say anything else but green 18.
Green 18. So when you listen to the beginning of him, he's a lot of green 18, green hut.
Yeah, that's
Green 18, green hut. There it is, green 18 hut.
That's a good one.
Yeah, 430. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Blue 58.
So they went blue 58 and
They
they went
changed
left.
the play.
Green 18. Green 99. Hut. 3-3.
Yeah, spot.
Blue 58.
Blue 58. It's a run.
And they went right
Run.
that time.
So it's a run check.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they have two different plays set, and
Yeah, but
whatever one
it,
he
it can't
sees-
be that simple because the defenses would just
Well, yeah.
absolutely pick up on that.
I'm
at
sure
this
they
level.
changed it series.
Yeah, maybe.
But-
I don't know. Now we have Tom Brady, which
Tom
is kind
Brady.
of... He sounds like a schoolgirl,
Yeah.
essentially.
Tom Brady sounds like you're killing a chicken.
Sounds like a social justice warrior.
He does.
Now Brady on second and tackle. The ball at the 30. After a gain of 13 from the 38-yard line.
Did
he's
his voice just crack?
Yeah, he's a green 18 voice cracker himself.
New England opens up 1st and 10 at its own 47-yard line.
You know how hard this is to
I wonder
watch?
if green-
He has the old helmet on.
I wonder if green 18 means we're good. Because it's
Well,
not. it's
green
not-
for us, green was go. We're ready to
Yeah.
go with that. So yellow, any of the yellows were.
As a rookie,
That might
Tom
be,
Brady
yeah.
made his NFL game day.
Okay. I mean, that it's getting simpler now for us with
Hey,
these
green
calls,
is
Frank.
green is a go. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now
We're
you
good, we're
have-
good.
Now you have a guy who's
We're
just
good,
he'll
we're good.
just straight tell the defense.
We're good, we're
yeah,
good.
We're going and I'm still scoring on
We're
your
good,
ass.
we're
So set,
good.
go. You have Pat Mahomes.
We're
here.
good. We're good.
So here's Pat Mahomes.
That timeout that they took with regret, I'm sure, outside of 11 minutes to go. This is what Andy Reid, Mahomes, they're so
Blue 80.
He's been struggling with an
He said
ankle, but all
blue
these
80.
running backs can catch the
It is
football.
blue 80. So he draws it out.
See, look, we're good. We're good. Rip, rip.
Wide to the right. Empty backfield on
Keller.
second down and 8.
Helen Keller.
Earl Williams is now the back. Sets up off the left shoulder.
They got a,
Got him.
And they have young linebackers in there too.
so is that yellow 80 right there? Yellow 80? No, it's blue.
Second and 11. Fake it. Mahomes sells it hard. And
Wide 80.
Well, if you put that
I'm kind of understanding it now a little bit. I know.
Well, you need to explain it to me. Yeah, for
What,
us.
white because they're wearing white pants?
So,
Maybe. I don't
for
know.
us, white was mirrored. Anything when I was down in Manassas, anything that was white was mirrored. They were the same to each side. So we had evens to the right and odds to the left. So we would say white and an even number, and the kids recognized that since we're mirrored and we look the same, that we're going to the right on that number. And so that's just how it was. If we were going to the left, it was a gold color or a blue color. If we were going to the right, it was red or orange. And the kids knew that those were the difference between right and left. And so the kids would they would yell it out. And nobody picked up on that shit. And even if they did, you still have to defend it. So I don't know. I just love listening to those cadences. I love the way they talk and stuff like that. If you guys get a chance, you got to listen to Derek Carr. Derek Carr comes up with some of the wackiest freaking cadences that he changes the plays on when he kill, and he changes the play to like purple elephant, purple walrus, just crazy stuff. He comes up with some pretty good ones, but that's Derek Carr.
All right, get the beers.
Oh,
Let's start your drinking.
Shit, I'm sorry.
So we have 2 beers here for you tonight. As soon as Coach can squeeze his ass out of the chair.
My lower back is sore.
Oh, okay. I thought he was stuck up against the table. My fault.
See, unlike most children in their home, when their dad goes outside to shovel snow and clean things off, you'd think you'd want to help your dad. Not in this house.
He likes to talk a lot. Just get the beers, co-host. So, what are we going to do after Sunday, though? I don't know what... I actually will have stuff... I won't have anything to do on Sundays now. It'll actually be great. I guess football's like, we want to watch it, but then we...
What's in there?
I don't know. There's something in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know what the hell it is.
Is there a virus?
No.
Oh, okay. Well then, anyway, let's go ahead and put this music on.
There it is.
That sounds like
It's even better on the mic. Listen to the fizz.
Oh yeah, you can hear the fizz dialed all in that. That's beer porn. Here it is. I need that opener there.
Can opener.
All right, so this is an old one. This one goes way back. This beer is 5% alcohol by volume. Some of you guys have probably seen it. It's a Canadian beer. It's called Moosehead Lager. Established in 1867. Dude, freaking Abraham Lincoln was only dead for 2 years. And
Wait,
this
what?
beer's been around. It's been around since 1867, Moosehead beer. It's always got a cool label, green bottle, the whole 9 yards. I used to sample this when I was much younger, and I'm not sure I had legal qualifications to be sampling it. I probably didn't appreciate it as much as I will today, but this is Moosehead Lager from Canada, and it's got a great pour. It's very clear. Look at that. It is crystal clear. You can get this at your Giant or Martin's in the make your own beer, build your own 6-pack. It's got a great lager smell to it. There's nothing strong about that smell. It's not over the top or anything.
It is
Oh.
it is union made.
Goodness gracious.
Oh,
If there's a
yeah.
cooler full of them,
Oh, buddy, I
there's
had a
gonna be
few
lot-
of these.
CJ, Jesus.
CJ, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like
There's
it,
not that
CJ.
I'm going to tell you what. I would smash. Absolutely smash a pile of those right there. And think about that beer cold. And now it came out of the fridge.
In
It's
like
been
a
cold and
cooler,
stuff.
though.
Yeah, like ice cold in a cooler. CJ, pod that music down just a hair. Just a hair.
Or take the mic away.
No, it's all good. It just needed to go down just a hair. But you're going to smash.
Moosehead.
Dude, that is really good. There's a slow aftertaste, but it's not over the top. It doesn't take away from it whatsoever.
That's very light.
It is. It is kind of a light beer. You know what? I might be grabbing some Moosehead the next time I get to freaking Martin's.
Moosehead Lager. I stumbled upon this.
It's been a long time since I had one.
It's bottled and brewed by Moosehead Breweries in St. John's, New Brunswick.
New Brunswick, Canada. Very, very. Uh-oh. Holy shit. This one has got... What is in the can? Holy
I'm
shit.
still trying to figure it out too.
All right.
It tells you how to pour it.
It does?
Yeah, on the side.
Serve cold but not ice cold. Carefully open the can, pour the contents into a glass. Wait and watch the head settle on a perfect glass of Boddington's Pub Ale. So this is Boddington's Pub Ale. Smooth and creamy is what it said. And this is imported from Great Britain. It was established in, get this, 1778. Before the fucking Constitution of the United States was drafted in... Yeah, 1781, 1789 was when it was finally, everything was completely... It is called Boddington's Pub Ale, and it's got something on the inside, and I'm not sure what it is on the inside of it.
It's smooth and creamy.
It says, since 1778, when it was first brewed at the Strangeways Brewing in Manchester, Boddington, has been renowned as a unique pale gold ale. In English pubs, Boddington is served using the traditional hand-pulled method, which mixes air with the ale as it pours, producing a distinctive creamy head and smooth body with little gassiness. Excuse me. Ordinary packaged ale cannot match this quality, but the new Drought Flow system does. By releasing millions of tiny bubbles when opened, Drought Flow cans give the creamy head of authentic, fresh taste of Boddington's Pub Ale. Well, there you go.
That's probably why they got that little thing in there.
Yeah. Maybe helps pour it. So here we go.
It's like a Guinness. Here we
go.
go.
Shnikes. Uh-oh.
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 That ain't good. Tiny bubbles. Millions of tiny. Ooh, look at that shit.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's crazy. I don't know if that's foamy or creamy or what that is.
What in the world?
But it's underneath. Look at underneath. It's like the head of this is a creamy head. Look at that. Look at it clear right away.
Yeah. Look at that.
Look at it. Look at it.
Same with mine.
Look at it doing it right away.
Look.
You can see it.
Yeah.
CJ, yours ain't going to do it as fast.
There it goes. Yeah, it is.
Look at that.
Yeah. Look.
So are they saying that
I still hear something in
the
that
type
thing.
of
I
the
don't know
foam?
what it is.
It's probably got a ball
Ball
in
or
the bottom
something.
to keep it that way. But look how clear that got. It's not as light as the Moosehead, but aroma. It does have a sweet aroma to it.
Oh.
I get. I don't know. The aftertaste really doesn't sit well with me.
Does it have a bite?
Not really.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just.
It would take some getting used to. I wonder if it's the way the foam is on it.
Weird.
That's I think.
But it is creamy though, isn't it? It
yes.
almost has a creamy taste. And
They weren't kidding.
It's in the head.
It's in the head. That's why they say
But
that.
look how it stays on the glass.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's interesting.
With the head, it's good. Yeah. I don't know. It's just that is a weird. Maybe I've never had a cream ale.
I think this
Yeah,
might.
we had two silos cream ale, but this is creamy on another level, and it's not. There's no aftertaste. There's no bite in that. It's very smooth.
It's smooth. That's what it says. Smooth and creamy.
And it is 100% smooth and creamy. Boddington's Ale. Old as shit, though. I wonder if this is how it was. This is how people drank beer.
Maybe.
What's the ABV on that thing? I tried to look over it really quick.
I'm not sure it does.
That is interesting. I've never had that before. But I
would
could
sti-
sit in a bar and freaking hammer a couple of those.
I'd still take Moose Lager over it, though.
Moosehead?
Moosehead Lager. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, that Moosehead was really smart. This is just a different style of beer.
I know, it's not even in the same realm from like what both beers are. But
Look at that. Look at how much head is still left on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean, it's like coating the inside of the glass. Look at that.
But you know that the rule is, can I pound a couple of these back?
Yeah.
And be all right.
I could probably sit in a bar and drink a couple of glasses of that. I'm not freaking doing the whole summer afternoon and freaking smashing Mooseheads, but I'm freaking having a couple of those Boddingtons.
Yeah?
Did I say Paddington?
No, you said,
said
Boddington.
Boddingtons.
Yeah, you said Boddington.
I was thinking I said Paddington's Ale,
But
but
it's
it's no.
Paddington Bear or something?
But I could sit in a bar and freaking drink a handful of them. Does it say the ABV
No, it
on
does
there?
not.
It doesn't. Let's look it up. I'm going to look that up real quick. So it's Boddington.
Boddington's Pub Ale. And they've got a little
Let me see the spelling. BODD.
they got two little, looks like honeybees with like a, with I don't even know, with like some sort
There
of
it is.
canister.
Oh, shit. It's only 3.8%. That's a freaking 3.2 beer. And a 3.2 beer is essentially, I will drink 3 of these to get the effects of 2 regular style beers. So that's what that is. So it's only 3.8%. Refreshing, smooth.
The head is very good.
It's renowned for its golden color, full body flavor, and malty Moorish taste with smooth, tight, creamy head. And that's exactly what it is.
Correct.
Very, very brewed in Manchester since 1778. It says in the cask it's 4.1. So if it comes in the barrel, it's 4.1, but in a can it's only 3.8. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Oh, wait a minute. This thing says 4.6% right there. Has a creamy, malty, sweet flavor. Features clean, pleasant aftertaste. I don't actually get any. Now and Boddington's bitter. They have a bitter that's only 3.5. This says 3.8. So I think somebody's fucking been drinking Boddingtons and doesn't know what the fuck their ABV is. But it's not over the top. It's not.
No.
I like it. I like that. 2 good beers, man. Thanks, Vix.
You're
I
welcome.
like that.
You're welcome.
Interesting.
They on top Utica though, right?
No, not Utica.
Nah,
Club.
Utica's good.
Don't you dare! I'll fucking throw something across this table at your head. Don't you dare
no,
talk
I was-
about.
I was
Don't you
thinking-
dare talk about club level like that. That's why when we go to games, CJ, we always sit club level
I don't think that's why, but you
because Utica Club is right there, man.
no. What was that beer? Icy Light. Yeah, Icy Light up.
We went to Heinz Field
Yeah.
2 years ago, and we went to the playoff game with this. Or not the playoff game, but it was the last. Was it?
It was against the Patriots.
It was in
yeah.
December, and it was one of the last regular season games between the Steelers and the Patriots. And
I think we have a guest joining us here in a sec.
here he is.
Oh.
There's our boy. He's back. He's rubbing jowls. So anyway,
Don't hit the
you can't
keyboard
go
now.
to Heinz Field and not drink Icy Light or
Hit the keyboard.
Iron City. You can't.
Yeah. You
not
have
do
to
that.
either get Iron City or
And
Icy
so
Light.
I got CJ one, and he looked at me like,
This is like it's really light. There's
This is
literally nothing to it.
Yeah.
And then you drink Iron City, and you're freaking
on your
Dude.
face.
Dude, it's freaking straight out of the freaking Monongahela River. It's what they fucking use to cool down the steel. They freaking water down the steel and then they bottle it.
People love Iron City.
Oh, it's a great full-bodied. It's a great full-bodied regular beer.
Yeah.
and so it does have a punch to it, just like anything
Rub
else.
up against the mic.
Look,
Stop
after so many beers I've had, when I have a Budweiser now, just regular Budweiser, I'm like, it's okay. It's not great. I can still smash Bud Lights when I go to a restaurant or whatever like that. But it's just so Icy Light
It's
is
fine. It's just a cat.
I know. It's just Coach if you hear.
All right. We're going to move on to hops, and then we're going to get out of here.
All right.
So, do you want to start, or do I mean?
I'm gonna go get a beer.
Okay. Well, then I'll start. So, this happened about a week and a half ago. So, Microsoft. I found this out. Microsoft announced.
Hey,
that
let me have your glasses. I'm going to drop them into the glass washer.
Okay.
It's called
It's
sink.
called a sink. What I was going to say, we have a
Well,
dishwasher.
we're in a pub. I got to put it in the fucking glass cleaner.
All right. So, Jesus Christ, Coach.
My lower back, and I hate to say this, but my lower back and my freaking top of my ass cheeks is so painful right now. It's not even funny.
Coach, they may take that one of two ways. I hope you understand that.
Well, no.
Either you went to therapy or you had a little too much
Well,
fun.
I didn't know. I was at therapy, and they had me on this table, and I was laying on my back flat where they were doing some exercises on my freaking neck, and my lower back just settled into this flat table. And he said, "You can go ahead and get up." And when I tried to get up, I was like, "Oh my God, I thought I was paralyzed. My legs didn't want to move. It fucking sucked. It sucked so
All
bad."
right,
But
go
I'm
put
sorry.
them in the glass
I'm sorry.
cleaner.
I'm gonna
Anyway.
I'm gonna put them in a dishwasher.
Microsoft. So I found this out just yesterday. So Google, it's not part of the story, but Google is shutting down their Stadia operations. And if you don't know what Stadia is, it's a new home entertainment system that they basically brought out this past year. It's basically supposed to rival, Xbox, PlayStation, computer. It's supposed to be an entertainment system and a video game console. Well, already after basically a year of physical sales, they're shutting down.
Wow.
After 1 year. So that's interesting, but this is even more. Microsoft announced about a week and a half ago that they were raising their prices for Xbox Live Gold. They were raising it. Originally, it's $60 for a year. $60 for a year for Xbox Live Gold. For people who don't understand, you need a subscription to play online with other people, to play with multiplayer online with other people around the world on Xbox. You need a Xbox Live Gold subscription. They were going to raise the price from $60 in 12 months to $60 in 6 months. They were literally going to basically double the price for a year. And all it took was 24 hours for them to say, yeah, we messed up. Because everyone online and everyone in the entire Xbox community or whatever on the internet was pissed off saying, I am canceling my subscription right now. Because the problem with Microsoft and Xbox is that if you buy a computer, all you need to do is download the game launcher and you can play and buy the game and play the game online. And you don't need a subscription, you don't need anything like that. You just need the game, the launcher, and you play. For PlayStation Plus, you need a subscription to play online. But if you get a free-to-play game, you don't need a subscription to play online. So you basically can still play for free online. With Xbox Live, if you play a free-to-play game, you still need the Xbox Live Gold subscription. Yeah, so they're already behind the curve between the two biggest in PC and PS4. And then they dropped that fucking bombshell saying, yeah, we're going to charge you $60 for 6 months.
Wow.
It took less than 24 hours, like I said, for them to say, the prices will not be changing, and now we will be changing our free-to-play model to not have Xbox Live Gold. So it basically took the internet to basically say, look, you act like Xbox Live is so great that when there are these potholes in the middle of your system, and it took the internet apparently to get pissed off to say, guys, I think we need to change up our strategy. So I found that very interesting that because that's happened before with some things where the internet just gets mad. But I would get mad because I've been an Xbox player for I don't know how many years, but I
Anybody
switched.
want to buy one? I got one for sale.
Yeah, you don't play it. But
Not at all.
But the thing is that you need an
With
Xbox
Turtle
Live
Beach headset,
subscription,
too.
and I use it as an entertainment system more than anything for like
Right.
Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max. That's literally what I use it for more than anything now. So seeing that, I go, man, you dodged a bombshell, because I guarantee you that you would lose millions of people with your subscription service, because it's already ridiculous that you need to charge money to play online games when, as I said, sure, PCs are expensive, but you still get to play games online for free. You don't need a subscription service to play it. So I thought that was very interesting. So that's my hops.
Yeah. Okay, well, mine's real simple. Saved by the Bell.
I read that.
Thinking,
I read that yesterday.
Screech.
Screech.
Oh,
Dustin
my God.
Diamond dead at age 44 of cancer.
I remember watching that every day
yeah,
before
I mean,
school.
what a-
Who's your favorite character, man?
He was everybody's favorite
Yeah.
character on Saved by the Bell. He had a not so celebrated career afterwards.
Yeah.
He was supposed to have made a sex tape.
And that celebrity boxing thing or
Right?
whatever.
Yeah, he got into.
Okay,
got
I don't know
himself
anything about that.
Well, he got himself into a bunch of stuff, and
A lot of trouble after.
Yeah, he kind of tried to distance himself from this whole Screech character, and it didn't go the way he had expected. And he had to come to terms with the fact that he was a struggling child actor, and he was scraping the bottom of the barrel to create another image, and it just didn't work out for him. So I don't know. It just seems like that. It's a shame that a young guy like that, he's only
Cancer
44.
sucks.
Yeah, cancer, the big casino, it took him, and as funny of a character as he was, and I'm sure he was probably like that in real life. He probably
yeah.
just went off the deep end and partied and had a great time. I don't know. It's kind of tragic when you think about how important he was to a lot of kids his age at that time.
Right.
But Dustin Diamond dead at the age of 44 from cancer. And then my other one was real simple, and I wrote it on the other side of this, and I wrote a note to myself to ask you the question. And I can't remember where I wrote it, but I thought I put it on there. It doesn't matter. I wanted to ask you guys a few Super Bowl trivia questions because I thought they'd be kind of cool. There's a shitload of Super Bowl trivia out there. Let's take a look at some of these. What's the first wild card team to win the Super Bowl?
First
Redskins, Bears, Raiders, Jets.
Hold on. Wild card team, so we're talking 5th and 6th. Okay.
First wild card team to win the Super Bowl.
Tell me the names again.
Redskins, Bears, Raiders, Jets.
Redskins?
Well, it's not the Bears. I know that
Yeah.
because they were the
I would have
number
to say
ones.
the Redskins.
Redskins, Raiders, Bears.
Because I don't know
or
if the Jets have won. Jets won back with Joe
I'm
Willie.
going Raiders.
On January 21st, 1981, the Oakland Raiders defeated
Huh?
Philadelphia 27-10.
I didn't
Jim
fucking
Plunkett-
know what I just did.
Jim Plunkett passed for 3 touchdowns, and including
Oh my god.
an 80-yarder to Kenny
Wow.
King. First wild card team. What player holds the record for the most rushing yards in a single Super Bowl? Emmitt Smith, Timmy Smith, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen.
It's Marcus Allen.
Yeah, I'd have to say that too. Because he.
Not correct.
Oh my god.
Is it Emmett?
It is not Emmitt Smith.
Is
Is
it
it
Timmy?
fucking
Is it
Timmy
Timmy
Smith?
Smith?
Super Bowl 22, rookie running back Timmy Smith rushes for a Super Bowl record 204 yards, leading the Redskins to victory. He broke Marcus Allen's record. He scored twice on 2 runs, 58 yards and 4 yards.
Okay.
All right, here's a big one. I got 2 more. What player holds the record for the most career fumbles in the Super Bowl? Jim Kelly, Roger Staubach, Terry Bradshaw, or Thurman Thomas?
I gotta go Terminator.
Jim Kelly.
You say Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly is not correct.
I said Terminator.
You said Thurman Thomas.
Yeah.
Not correct.
Is it Terry Bradshaw?
Not correct.
It's Roger Staubach.
Staubach.
Good, fuck that guy.
He coughed up the ball 5 times in 4 Super Bowl appearances.
Wow.
He fumbled 5 times.
Well, you
in
know,
4.
twice he played against Pittsburgh. So it's like,
All right, where's the other one? That one's too easy. You'll get that one easier. No, you'll get that. Let me get to the next page. Some of these you'll get so easy. Some of these are pretty good. How fast was the quickest score in Super Bowl history?
it was like 6. It was Super Bowl 43.
7 seconds, 1 minute 15 seconds, 42 seconds, 26 seconds.
It was.
I don't think there was
7 seconds. It had to have been Super Bowl 43 with the Broncos and touchdown or score.
Quickest score.
It has to be the Broncos Seahawks. They literally got a safety on the first play of the game. It's literally got to be that.
What about Devin Hester freaking returning the kickoff?
It has to be the Seahawks Broncos.
Well, then it has to be the 7 seconds.
7 seconds? In Super Bowl, what did you say, 43?
No, 48.
48. It is 48. The
Yeah,
Seahawks
48.
defense scored a safety on the first play from scrimmage.
It has to
just
be that.
7 seconds into the game, and the quickest score in Super Bowl history. Wow. Some of these are really good. Some of these great.
I know Devin Hester scored a kickoff, but that was literally on the very first play, and it was so fast.
How about this one? This is a really good. This could be a tough one because. All right, what team holds the record for forcing the most turnovers in a Super Bowl?
Tampa Bay.
Steelers, Ravens, Vikings, Cowboys.
It can't be the Steelers.
The Ravens, because their defense was.
it has to be the Ravens. They made Kerry Collins' life hell.
Not the Ravens.
Hold on, what were the other teams?
Steelers, Ravens, Vikings, Cowboys.
Well, then it's Cowboys.
I think it's Pittsburgh.
Steelers.
Ah.
Not correct.
Fuck you! Stop doing that.
Vikings. Not correct.
So it is the
Cowboys.
Cowgirls.
Who cares? Roger Staubach.
Super Bowl
fumbled a lot.
27, Dallas forced a record 9 turnovers, 4 interceptions, and 5 lost fumbles en route to their win over Buffalo.
Wow.
9 turnovers.
Jesus, Pete.
Wow. All right. There you go. And then one of the greatest ones, and nobody should miss this one. Which Super Bowl champion recorded the Grammy Award-nominated Super Bowl Shuffle?
Fucking Bears. I hate
The
this
Bears.
guy.
The Bears. The Bears. The Bears. The Bears. Yes, they did.
Who has the longest touchdown run in the Super Bowl?
Longest touchdown run?
Yeah.
It's like 58 yards, isn't it?
No.
It's shorter? Or
No, it's longer. It's 75 yards.
Who's got that?
It's Willie Parker.
Fast Willie
It's
Parker.
Willie Parker.
So,
Sorry.
Wow, that's
so
that's a tough
I
one.
got 2. First one is breaking news of the day. EA Sports, baby. College
Yeah.
football.
Yeah, it's only going to take 2 to 3 years.
years to make a fucking video game. and it's only for the next gen. But it's not called NCAA football anymore. It's called EA Sports College Football.
That's what it should be called.
EA
though.
Sports College Football.
I'm sorry, but that's what it should be.
So I'm just curious to see, are they going to take NCAA 14, copy it, and update it because it was a great game? I'm gonna have to fucking spend the money and buy a PS5 and fucking just.
I mean, the price will drop in 2 to 3 years.
Well,
though,
it might,
won't it?
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, shit.
The game will be 2 years old when you buy your next gen thing. But here's the thing: in order to truly appreciate your next gen console, you have to have a next gen TV.
Oh,
Do you have a 4K TV?
I do not have a 4K TV.
Okay, well that should be in the
in the
plan
budget.
as well.
Okay,
so
well.
you're looking at minimum to play on a good TV. You're looking at $1,000 for
Just to play a video game.
for a 4K
Just to play a
TV.
$60 game.
To play a 4K TV and a $500 console.
You don't need a 4K TV for fucking football. You don't need that.
in order to benefit from the
The
next
proper-
gen console.
the proper-
Yes.
Fuck the benefit. I just go.
So
with the
I'm going to have a
1080p
couple
TV.
of things on sale here in the old pub coming up. Yeah, one of them is that exceptionally nice plasma screen up there.
that TV's a nice size.
Yeah, it's going to be replaced with an even nicer size one. It's in the room over there. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
Dude, it's giant.
And the,
Wait till you see the TV.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna hang a TV on that wall. It's gonna be the John Holmes TV.
it has to fit between those two things.
It will.
Yeah, it does. It fills up the space nicely.
Oh, okay.
See the Budweiser sign
Yeah.
underneath? I have to take that off.
Okay. Okay.
And when you work around the sink, you can't splash my screen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that says it all.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big motherfucker up there. It's in that room sitting over there.
I'll have to
it's
check
in
it
the
out
room.
here in a
Yeah.
second.
Dude, no, check it out now. Just go
well,
over there.
no, I will.
No, go over there right now.
Just fucking wait. And
Okay.
Just
Go
wait.
do it.
This-
It's part of the show.
Okay.
Go over there right now and open the door, and it's right around the corner. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big TV.
Yeah, it's
TV.
a big TV.
That's a big TV. It's a big TV. And then the second one is, what is going on with Robin Hood and GameStop?
Oh, man. That was a shit show this past week. That really
They
was.
shut down trading on GameStop because too many billionaires were losing out on money because they were driving. It was almost at $400 a share.
Yeah.
I think it was at like
364 or something.
364
Yeah.
at the close of the freaking bell on Monday or some crazy number like that.
And all these billionaires are trying to get out because they're losing money because they have to pay up.
Yeah,
so.
because here's the thing: freaking GameStop is a shit company. It's a freaking dog. It's a dog with fleas from the movie. Well, you had to watch the movie Wall Street, but it's a dog with fleas. It is, and for the people that were playing games with it, you get the fleas. And
Yeah.
and one of the things that I learned about that is that the more you mess with companies like that, your losses can be infinite. You could be damaged beyond
Big time.
beyond repair. But here's the big thing: is that you're talking about freaking the hedge fund managers that do that shit on a regular basis. The difference between that and the local yokel Joe Blow, who's got his Robinhood app, thinking he's doing what a hedge fund manager is doing. Well, let me just tell you that a hedge fund manager has to be licensed. He has to have a minimum singular income of $300,000 or more, and he must have a value of a net value of $1 million or more. So that's how you get into hedge fund. And if you think you're going to sit on freaking Walnut Street and freaking get your Robinhood app and think you're going to be making a bunch of fucking money, well, when they shut off your power in the middle of the wintertime because you lost all your shit, you got what you deserved.
Yeah.
So I always look at the Wall Street as freaking the weather and the earth itself. It's not nice to mess with Mother Nature because she'll freaking sting your ass quicker than anything.
Oh yeah.
And look at it now. You see it. I mean, they were going to go after AMC, a failing movie franchise, the movie house franchise.
Right.
They were going to go after them and prop them up. Yeah, like people weren't going to lose freaking gazillion dollars over that. But here's the thing: the guys who own 2 boats don't want people to take money from them so they can't afford a 3rd boat. So they shut that shit down. That's just how it works.
Oh yeah.
So they suspend trading, they stop all the extra money that's being made, and Robinhood, well, instead of robbing from the rich and giving to the poor, Robin had his bow snapped in half and put his arm behind his back and said, "Don't fuck with our area again." And that's just how it is.
I loved it, but
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. Stock market's crazy. It's a whole nother world, man.
I don't have any money to invest, so I don't do it.
same.
I'm a broke ass bitch. So
Yeah, but you're a certified broke ass bitch.
Viggs, thanks for being back here once again.
Hell yeah, coming back Tuesday. Next Tuesday, Vignan will be back post Super Bowl.
See
to
how we
review
did.
Our picks, they're right here. They're solid cast iron lock picks right here.
Clean sweep. We all picked the Bucks, but it's the last weekend of football, guys. Enjoy it. Enjoy it because
Shut up.
on
Shut
Tuesday
up.
we'll be happy about the last game, and then we'll be sad on Wednesday.
But okay, so what do you think? I think we come up with. Moving forward. I say we freaking start to put together our mock drafts because before you know it, it's February, and then March is going to get here.
It is February. What do you mean?
I mean February's here, but we're going to be looking at March, and then we're going to have the freaking NFL draft. So we start throwing around some mock drafts, maybe some freaking wheeling and dealing gets done, just like the freaking golf and Stafford picks. So maybe something else comes down. But I say we put together a mock draft, and
We can talk more about that next week.
Yeah.
After the Super Bowl, because we need to hope that this game lives up to the hype that it already has right now.
hope it does.
But we hope you guys enjoy the Super Bowl, and until next time, guys, peace out.
Drink some
Love you.
beer.